fight to win. It's Glock versus USP, and he is running to catch Sip. He's going to slink back around the corner, so they nearly would have got him there. That would have been probably a knockout if they could have done that. Instead now, we'll see if they can survive this fight long range. They've picked up one of the USPs, and they can slow it down. The bomb's on the other side. They've sold it. If they walk in now, there's an empty B bomb side. Astralis have completely bought this. They have rotated everyone to the A side, and they're about to be so shocked.
Oh, and there's the plant. But they realize, however, that there is perhaps a gap here. Shoxy's all alone on that B site. There has to come the rotation quickly here from Vitality. They have to get over there to help Shoxy.
Sip, those two are in the middle, so that's a lot of counting going on. Shox in the corner. He's going to go down. Magus with a big kill. They're defusing the bomb, but it's 10 seconds. And coming in from upper dark, he can spot it. It's navi with a headshot, and no one's defusing now. Dupree, I don't think there's anything he can do. He does not have a kit. 10 seconds is way to A. That's just not how it works. But yeah, they picked the perfect round to do it in. They're going to try and get in here. A little bit of revenge. MP9 on Dupree. That's a lot of kills. Glaive, though, no 1 digs yet. Magus is about to show up, but luckily, shox is going to take care of business. And that's really important. Now they can focus on the main entries into the bomb side. If Glaive is still down there, that just allows more people to start streaming in. They've taken a lot of damage, though. Vitality 3-on-3. And once again, no kit in play.
So they need to be a little bit patient here, but yeah, without the kit, it means that it's just so difficult to get in here with enough time. They have to find the kills immediately. Xyp9x is going to kick things off strong, but he gets traded out, and that's Apex holding strong from the window. They figured out where Device is. It's a 1v1. Apex, no health, but there's no time.
Two teams are so far ahead of anyone else in the world right now. I think if you had to make... I mean, I know people keep saying that NaVi is third in place, but I just think the gap between the top two and everyone else is really huge at the moment in a way that hasn't always been true in Counter-Strike. We've seen in the past that you could have a big gap between number 1 and 2, so like it's one team and then the rest of the field, but I really think this is a very interesting time for Counter-Strike just for that reason. Something else that might be worth pointing out is that Vitality have won the first 3 rounds here on Dust2, and on a T side, and it's last time they played, it's very, very hard for any of these two teams to get any T rounds. So I would say normally it's not such a big deal that you win the first 3 rounds after winning the pistol, but right now, I actually think it does make a big difference. So let's see if they can continue here. Up on Catwalk, quick push right into Device, and he's now picked up that AWP, and he's going to continue breaking navi and RPK first, and zywoo in with a little bit of a return. Shox in upper dark, and he wins the battle against Dupree. That is great news, because otherwise they were in trouble. 3 versus 3. A retake, but they know shox is behind them. How do they retake this?
You have to move fast, and losing Xyp9x that long is not going to help things. Apex takes place.
Have on this particular map, the fact that they've won 5 in a row here, Vitality. I just want to remind you, when they were playing this in the grand finals during the fall series, it was Astralis winning 8 rounds in a row on the CT side to begin the series with, and it still ended up 16-14, by the way. But you know, just think about that. If just compared to what we're seeing here. And the first 2 rounds that Vitality won back then were on the T side were just really fluke rounds. They probably shouldn't have won. That game probably should have been 10-0 to begin with. And it didn't turn out that way. But this is something completely different. They're playing a very cool game at the moment. navi and Apex picking up a couple of kills. And look at Apex. He's so close to catching them there. He still might, though, with another headshot. He's finally going to get taken down. But Magus inside of the site alone. And if he dies, it's a 2-on-2. It's an afterplant. And they're going to be in trouble. And RPK, clean headshot. Very smooth. He knew that Magus was going to be back there. And now they're going to get the bomb plant. They still have a smoke and a Molotov. Going to use it maybe a bit early, but I guess they want to be safe about it.
Yeah. Don't take risks in this sort of scenario. Shoxy, however, is in just the nastiest of positions, and we'll see if Glaive can win this. AK versus M4, it's not going to be easy. And Glaive, does he check this corner when he comes around? He's got that other angle, and the timing from Shoxy is impeccable. Swings just as Glaive is checking spawn. That could not have been better. And while Xyp9x is going to be able to back off and save this AWP, but Astralis are going to be hurting here, Anders. I mean, that is 6 rounds in a row on the... Dave is up on short, and there's going to be more of a focus on the mid of the map.
Yeah, and a lot of the time, actually, with this particular setup between Sip and Glaive, they would have even had a 3rd man there. That's very common for them to play either 3 long or 3 catwalk, and they sort of rotate that little team of players around. So very clear signal early on from Astralis. They think this is going to be a B-split. That's exactly what we can see right now, and so far, it looks like they're actually about to be right. Now, the thing is, when Vitality do these B-splits, they almost always have Apex on the catwalk, and sometimes he'll make a jump down into CT spawn, or even just catch people flanking in, and it's really cool. Oh, only the 1 kill, though, as the smoke fades. zywoo quick with the reply, and now Dupree showing up, and he really wants to get here, but walking in just as they come could be very dangerous. They're going to get a couple of kills there, and that will shut it down. Also, Apex will be found by Sip, and I think, yeah, that's probably Sip having studied his opponent, because, again, it's something that you'll see if you go back and watch previous Vitality games, that Apex is on his own a lot of the time doing that kind of thing.
He needs to be on that lurk. In-game lead. There's the shot. Ooh, he hits it. Shoxy getting legged. Down to 18 health. And so, Team Vitality now, this is looking very good for Astralis. As Shoxy makes his way out, he's not going to check close. Glaive is going to win that duel. Revenge for the last round. And that leaves zywoo in a 1v4. And with the time working against him here, this totally favors Astralis. He's going to be walking out into the catwalk, and we've already got Device in position to deal with this.
He's going to jump straight in outside of B. And that's where they might end up once again. We'll see.
Now they actually have the nades to use as well, Astralis. Big focus on the damage there. Dupree's got that incendiary ready to go in case they do decide to go B. They are fully gathered up in mid, however, Vitality. But the bomb is getting passed up to top catwalk, and this is looking like it's going to wind up on that A site, and Device is close by. We're going to get a rinse-repeat sort of scenario here from what worked earlier.
Now, let's see, because one of the really impressive things last time they played on the A-bomb site specifically was how good Astralis was at retaking the site. Almost no matter what, they would win those A rounds, so I'm curious how this will play out. RPK goes down, there's Device with a killer. Now they can slow play it, 20 seconds, gonna be a bit of a flash to set it up for Glaive, and he'll take that kill, no problem against Nivira. So, not even talking about a retake here, they're just defending the bomb site very well at the moment. 10 seconds on the clock, Apex swings, and actually pretty impressive double kill. A rich environment for a lot of content based on that. We'll see, someone's gonna do it one of these days. Hold on. Some shots coming through. Actually, Dupree sticking around. I'm kind of a little bit surprised at that. Device is all the way back here, and wonder how long they're going to leave him. It could be very dangerous to leave your AWPer in this position for too long.
Look at Glaive's positioning, though.
Oh, dear. How did he get
Does
here?
this work out for him? He's going to hear footsteps. That's so big.
Now, if he just goes down, maybe Vitality will be alright with it, although it could cost them a lot of time. And if nothing else, just staying here, that's what he's doing here. Just he's buying time off of their clock at the moment, and it's going to be very, very annoying. Nivira and RPK are trying to sort of pincer him in, but now Dupree's going to be showing up from catwalk, so yeah, they get that kill, but a minute left, and we'll see how long before they check everything else.
That's the thing. Now they have to go ahead and recheck, reclaim all of this area, and Dupree is hanging out here just waiting for a pot shot on somebody. And so this is burning so much time off the clock for Vitality. There's Device. He finds Shoxy. That was in pit at long, and so that's cleared up now for Astralis. Device is going to be able to back Dupree up. And in the meantime, Vitality's still trying to find an opening here.
Almost screwed that up, Dupree. That looked like it was to go horribly wrong, and also Sip took a lot of damage through the wall in the middle, but 30 seconds, 2 versus 4. Magisk is actually playing outside, or was for a minute here playing outside. He's back into the bomb site, but I think they know. They have a very good read on what's coming. The grenade, just to sort of warn them, yep, we know what's next. And you could tell how hesitant they are. Nobody wants to be first into this. A grenade lands on top. Oh, but that is a great shot. And another trade. RPK now in a 1 versus 2. This can actually be done. He's going to smoke this up, and he's looking right under, making his way across, and he's had no time to fake it. Dupree might show up to take him down, but he can't actually quite see him. Real interesting. RPK will take him down, and he might be low on health, but all he needs is one missed shot out of Device, and he could somehow win this. 1 versus 3 as well, and that would be absolutely gut-wrenching. He's got the right position, the right idea. Device is walking in, but he does not use the AWP of long, and it's going to land. Yeah, there we go, but Sip doesn't apparently care about smokes. He's going to take one now. They're getting completely chewed up, so wow. That was, otherwise, that is really, really cool, because obviously normally you'd set up that smoke from the headshot box in the middle, the one that's right in front of shox here,
yep.
And you sort of wait, and you wait for it to land, and it's very signaled. You throw it all the way from outside of long, it's there, you know, it bounces off the wall sort of the same way, but it's really quick, and you can have people running out right afterwards, so a little bit shot people can do a bit more in return. But yeah, they've got long, which is, that's a first step in the right direction, and he's gonna get caught. Oh, Nivira had the right idea, I think. zywoo though, gonna be picking up Device, and Sip, yep, he is very low. If they realize it's him, a single grenade would probably do it. Glaive is long away, far away, and he's flanking all the way out long, so this is a very, very good fight for Vitality to be winning. Getting that 7th round, I don't think Glaive can do anything. I respect the fact that he's trying, but they know where he's coming from, and you could tell it was a bit of an issue. Grenades raining in on top once again. They connect, and this time there's some spray behind it, but it is, again, Vitality that come up, even in spite of everything, with a bit of a lead here. Mega's down to 7 health. They're pushing into upper dark, but if they just go quick here, Vitality, then they won't get here in time. The rest of Astralis, they're going to be too far away.
Yeah, it's so unfair. Shoxy survives with 1 health.
That's all you need.
Nearly getting that kill, but yeah, you're right. 1 health, and you can do the damage. You can hit the headshots. Glaive is slowly working his way up here on this flank, making sure that Vitality have not backed out of long house. Vitality, they're only interested in pushing towards the site itself. And we've lost one of the flankers as well. Dupree off of catwalk. Device is still here, though. Oh, what a shot from Nivira! Takes his head off, and Vitality setting themselves up for success here in the first half. They're going to come out ahead in the end with 8 rounds.
Oh, I think they've done very, very well. Normally, we like to say 8-7 is, sort of a sign of a somewhat even game. I really don't think that is the case right now. I'm so impressed. Like, I knew I was going to be something. Vitality are a really cool team to watch, and they have definitely been preparing for this. Their T side is so much better than last time. It's looking so much... I get an instant sense of how unlikely it is that they won't be able to do that. So, I think I've made it clear right now. I really think Astralis are in trouble. As much trouble as they can get in right now. So, if they turn it around, I'm really going to be impressed. Let's find out. Magisk clearing the corner. He's going to get instantly flashed, and now they're going to be pushing in on top. He can't see anything, and Apex actually lands a scout headshot, taking down Dupree. That is wild. He was close with a scout. He should probably have been dead right then and there. Glaive is going to die. I don't even know why he doesn't win that fight. It's an MP9 versus the AK-47, but now Sip sneaking through the smoke, and he's going to get obviously destroyed by Apex. I don't know what he was doing for the smoke either. I'm real confused.
this is just all over. This is just layers on layers, dude. All the times these two teams have played on this map, one against the other, it's mind games on mind games, and then the individual level coming through here. Device needs to make it.
But we'll see.
The thing is, I'm like, oh man, it's so good. But then we have overpass coming up next, Andrews.
Yeah, which is
Astralis
wild.
got the trap card. They've been waiting, and they have activated it in this series. Now we're going to get overpass next, and that's going to be so sick between these two teams.
I mean, I just don't even know if it is. Who knows who that is a trap for at this point in time, you know? I'm waiting for that. RPK, this is very aggressive, and that's something we actually don't see that much normally out of Vitality out on long. But taking away Sip, one of the heavy hitters right now in Astralis. They're pushing out in middle. They want to try and go for that split, but already Sidewood's here locking it down. Molotov on top, the bomb is trapped in middle, and they're running out of time right here. Sidewood coming in from behind, shooting him in the back. Yeah, it was actually shox on the other AWP. Sidewood just keep picking them apart from the high ground there, and Magisk in a 1 versus 3. So that looked like Astralis. As soon as they lose Sip, they think, oh dear.
They're fighting. They're fighting. The Creed refuses to say die, and there's Device. Gets the shot on Nivera at long. Gets that timing perfectly, and now is Shoxy really thinking about this? Is he going to get aggressive into Upper Dark? Because they are going to be ready for him. Device catching Zywoo in mid as well. Astralis coming into it.
I mean, if they run through, though, shox could still line up an incredible multi-spray, but I'm not sure it's going to be easy. They're going to throw all the grenades through. If he turns around, he's going to be flashed. Yep, there we go. Apex is there for a nice headshot, though, and they're going to have to pull back. They realize that's too much firepower. Device is out in the middle. All of Vitality are inside of B, and they can't escape because they're being just completely guarded by Device. So what an incredibly odd round.
Wow, and Zipnix isn't even stopping, dude. He knows. Sprinting to the site. They know exactly what happened.
They know what is going on. That's a very, very strange round that you're not going to see a lot.
Well, this is, I mean, it certainly helps when you start getting some opening kills.
Yeah, so as cool as this is, I mean, what a round out of Device. The one thing, if you had to be a bit critical, you'd have to say, what are the chances that he could keep doing that round after round? And fair play if he can, but just normally when you're playing a team at the level of Vitality, that will just be very hard to do. So
yeah, though,
you have to ask yourself sometimes, if you win a round, you have to think, can we replicate that? Or did we learn something in that round that we can replicate? And I'm not sure that's exactly the case.
Going into it, now Vitality are up on 14 rounds.
I have to assume someone was trying to smoke that and it just failed somehow. Oh, they're being pushed in on shots. There's a lot of people waiting. Navira, he's going to try and cancel that out. And Device, actually for once, missing a shot here, so that could get interesting. Actually, sorry, yeah, he's back looking for him.
Device just wins
go
that
down.
deal, though.
Yeah, that is huge. So 3 versus 5. This is a round that Astralis should win,
yes,
you know, 90% of the time.
Barring some miraculous play here, which is absolutely possible with Vitality and the likes of the caliber of the player they have on their team. Any of these guys can come up with the multi-kills if Astralis slack off. And so Astralis, you can see, slow stuff, clearing their angles, working together. Glaive and Zipnik's buddy system right now.
Yeah, and Vitality are actually doing something similar, right? They're almost all on the A side. Nivira is close enough that he can sort of fall back. Oh, but they're going to get caught.
Yeah, surprise, surprise.
Interesting. That AWP on Navira is mega valuable right now. It's so important that they keep it, and how does he even escape? I mean, right now they're not at least boxing him in, but if they come, there's no way you can hold on.
Oh, I like how both of these teams are just deciding to make plays at the end here. Doesn't even matter. It's not even like they're looking at the scoreboard when they make these calls. You know, Glaive goes charging, like calls for the run. What?
What is going on? Device?
Device? What the? How does he not hear that shot?
I don't know. He obviously thought it was somewhere else, so fair play. Navira catches the scout, and against the entire Astralis team in the middle, that's pretty brave. RPK being flashed in. That is a nice headshot. The Deagles could still do it. RPK with a double kill. All right, 3 on 3. And Vitality actually being really successful in having that fight in middle.
These flash setups from Vitality are just spicy.
Really good. Sip walking out. Apex, can he get the headshot? Because if he doesn't, it's going to be trouble. Let's just see. He's going to be walking up with a USP. Doesn't even need it. Just going to take down Sip, who already thought that hit was clear. And there's shox coming in. Oh, no. Magisk, 1 versus 3. How do you bring this back? You have the time, and you have the bomb. Those are some good signs, but Apex is already out here, and he's put him on 57. And now the game is up. He knows exactly where he is. So they're just going to be coming for him. Magisk, that bomb needs to go down, and then you'll have to figure out what to do afterwards.
Yeah, and it's perfect. Shoxy and Nivera can buddy system up together. So bomb needs to get planted. Nivera's being patient here. He's waiting for Shoxy. Shoxy's collecting an AK of his own, and now they have 2 rifles to work with, and Magisk has no information. He has no idea where they're coming from. He's going to line the first one up. He's going to expect from the top 2 teams in the world right now. They are just at each other's throats. And again, same call!
Yeah, they're going to be rushing for it right through the smoke. They take him down, Navira. A couple of bullets more. I think he could have had a triple then. He's in for it, but dupreeh will take him down, and they drop Apex through the double doors into middle, and zywoo and RPK, they never even get close. They're going to have to call the save immediately. That is such a bold call to be making. I can't believe they keep getting away with it.
Dude, you got smashed last time you call that, and Glaive, you go back? You do it again! Out here as well. Delayed smoke. Where's the flash? Over the top. We're going to see it in a second. There it is, and they push right in.
Now, I mean, it's cool you have the rifles and all the players in the right position, but that's also the position to lose them in. This M4, yep, it's on the ground. Zywoo's up here with the AWP, and there's just a whole sea of smokes out here, making it very hard to see anything that's going on. Flash is in. He's still going to pick up dupreeh, but now that they know where he is,
yep.
Do you really want to keep fighting him? Does that make a lot of sense?
And they should know that Apex doesn't have a gun either, so, I mean, no reason to overextend against this. Just slow it down. You have a minute on the clock if you're Astralis. You can take your time about this, gather up again, and just take advantage. And so Vitality, I mean, that you can be frustrated, but at the same time, this is kind of what you were expecting. You were playing to let this get up to 14-14. And you go from here. zywoo has put himself in a position now as well to just back off to either site. Wherever Astralis wind up, he can back off and hold on to this op. So he can either be in a position to be a hero, or he can just save the op for the next round and make sure that they've got the double op if they want it.
Yeah, and for him, it's obviously, it is a coin flip. There's nothing that he could do. I mean, the only thing that he could have done to be sure is to go and check long, and I don't think that would have made a lot of sense either. So he's going to be quite far away, and the call will be made, I'm sure, to just save that AWP, because that is what's really important at this point in time. Wow. Yeah, they actually did push where the stack was for Vitality, but, you know, getting those early kills means they just get stuck out there on long, and they couldn't get away.
It's the nades, the difference in nade timings as well. Just really late flashes coming over the top. Going in dry as well, Zipnix, that's ballsy, right? Just going straight through that smoke, no flash to help out, and then flashing behind it. Just sick stuff coming in here from Astralis, and they were ready. Brilliant work, just hitting the shots.
Yeah, really... Again, it's so important just finding those early kills at that fight so that you don't get overwhelmed. They managed to do that just fine. It's going to be 14-14. It will be all tied up. Now, the AWP is going to be saved, it looks like, unless zywoo somehow steps back into Sip in the middle, but small chance that will happen. So at least they still have that. So far, they don't have a lot of information. RPK, he's going to have advanced warning if they come out long, but it is looking more and more like it's leaning towards the B-bomb side for the minute. That's a nice pick-off. Apex taking out Glaive. zywoo's there to drop the device right afterwards. And that is about as good of a start as you're going to get here. A little bit of Molotov damage. On top of it, why not? So now it's time to make the plays. dupreeh trying to do that, seeing if he could catch anyone out here on long, but he's walking into another AWP. Could have already got himself killed right here. And there is an M4 down below. He's looking for the headshot. He's going to pick that one up. Actually, Megas to do that. Jumps down and trying to catch him. That's the element of surprise. And now the bomb is being planted up here. Now, finally, the run comes to an end for dupreeh. It was a long push. Headshot and Sip as well. Oh, dear. Out on long. Megas, he's going to lose the fight. So it's all on Sip. 1 versus 2 to try and clutch it, but this is also what he's made for. Flashbang into the window. Sip gets the headshot. He needs just one more shot. He's right in front, and Sip out long. dupreeh going to be flashed through, trying to see if he can catch anyone down in the pit. They don't have a lot to work with here. Some FAMAS, and dupreeh's tapping away, and Apex walks right into the bullet. And now, actually, they're committing quite a few people out here. RPK gets 1, but if they're quick about it, they can catch this B-bomb site. Not undefended, but the backup is going to be far away. They should be able to smoke off zywoo and just make sure he can't do anything past that CT spawn. And shox and NaVi inside. I mean, look at what they have. Not that much to work with.
No, they don't have many nades. Nivera's got an MP9, and he's already been tagged down to half. Thing is that when you slow it down, this is zywoo's usual spot towards car, towards A, with the ops posted up like this. This is his usually stomping ground. Astralis maybe just trying to play off of this right now because they haven't seen him in mid.
Yeah. But look at what zywoo's doing. He's actually moving close to catwalk, which is, again, if you can delay the actual entry into the B-bomb side, let's say you smoke them off in door and window, then zywoo has time to get in there and try and shoot them in the back. So let's just see. There are the smokes going up initially. So now everyone knows. Vitality will have heard the double smoke. They should be able to guess what's coming next. shox is going to throw out a little bit of a counter nade. 37 seconds. Let's see what they could do here. 4 on 4, and all of the weapons favoring Astralis right now. zywoo and RPK both coming in from the catwalk, but there's the crunch coming. 30 seconds now. Spray is in, and shox goes down. Next in line is Navira. RPK just barely catching Sip, but I'm not sure it's enough. RPK is going to get dropped. zywoo now in a 1 versus 3 with an AWP to retake